Hello there and welcome to this episode of Talking Trim. I'm Jonathan Skinner and today we are looking at a set of fully trimmed MX5 seats. For our American cousins, I believe they refer to them as Miata seats. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I guess you know what I'm talking about. But they've got a bit of a twist to them. These have been restyled to make them look a bit more classic, as you can see. So they've got vertical top to bottom and front to back pleats on them. We've incorporated elements of piping into these surrounds, and we've also put moquette onto the back areas there. The reason for that is these are going to end up in a Jaguar E Type open two-seater, and we've worked closely with our customer to talk about the design elements of it and come up with a set of seats that incorporates features of the E Types whilst keeping some of the characteristics of the MX5 seats that you have to incorporate. Just due to the way that the MX5 seats were designed and trimmed, crucially, you have to have certain elements creeping into it, otherwise they don't really work. A specific example of this is this cross seam here, which is where it's hog ringed down. So we've had to do that to get the nice trimmed finish in there, but happily that actually does play inside nicely into a certain design feature that's featured on the E-Type, which is this cross seam here, will be a bit further back. Now you'll notice as well on the E-Type, originally this cross seam, after which the pleats did carry on until the edge border, whereas on this we have incorporated a front panel and we finished the pleats. That's at the request of the customer. We can do pleats down to the edge here if you wanted that, so just bear in mind we are designing quite a few versions of these seats to make them suitable for a whole range of cars that we do interior kits for. So for the E-Types, where we'll have a couple of designs at least, and then also Triumphs, Healeys, MGs, etc. So bear that in mind. It's all work in progress, but hopefully in the next few months you should see a lot of updates on these with lots of different designs. Obviously the reason we've done this is that quite a few classic car enthusiasts need better support for long journeys and trips that they go on, and the original classic car seats perhaps don't offer that compared to modern day seats. So a lot of cars you see these days, classic cars, start having these MX5 seats in them. We see it a lot with the TR range. So we thought, you know, why not make them look a bit more classic and in keeping with that era? So this is what we've done. So this one here, as you can see, we've got the vertical front to back pleats, etc. We've got elements of the piping going front and back around the backrest there, which again factors into the E-Type design. Same again then, we've done the E-Type piping around the border there. We've got the moquette material on the back, which was original for the Series 1 4.2s. Obviously the headrest elements there, which wasn't original for the Series 1 4.2s, but they come with the MX5 seats, so we've incorporated that and made some piping. We've done this in one of our brown leathers, and it's a smooth leather, as you can see there. And we've actually done the piping in leather as well, because this client has actually got his whole car trimmed in leather, so there's no elements of vinyl in this car. Now standardly we use leather cloth where we can for piping as per original spec, however there is no leather cloth in this colour, so we've gone for leather throughout, as you can see. It's very nicely done. Like I say, we're coming up with all sorts of designs for the various different cars that we do. I'm fed up of going to shows and seeing these MX5 seats just in their original sort of black cloth material, and they're just, for me, it just ruins the car, unfortunately. I understand why people put them in them for the long journeys and back support, especially for the older owners of these cars, where they do need that extra back support for driving. But for me, the design of the MX5 seats is too basic in it, and it cheapens the look. So really on board with making seat covers that are more in keeping with that era of car. So please do stay tuned. As ever, please remember to like, subscribe and share this video with other classic car enthusiasts, and be sure to stay tuned to both this YouTube channel and our website and other social media outlets to keep on top of the different variants of this seat cover as and when we do them. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.